I'm a minute early. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah from Texas, and this is our place to chat all the latest celebrity gossip, reality TV, Jeff Lewis, Bravo FanFest in Miami, whatever the hell that is going to be. I am not in my normal area. I will be back in my podcast closet as of next week. Y'all know I ain't about pissing off my children, so I cannot be in there yet because she is still in that room, her bedroom. So anyways, hope you're having an amazing day. I got home off my cruise yesterday. We had so much fun, but I got the idea from a lot of you, and I've had this before. I need a vacation. I need a cruise surrounded by chumpettes. I need to chat Bravo, Jeff Lewis, all the celebrity gossip with y'all because I was kind of bored. I mean, I was on it with my 14-year-old daughter. She found some friends day one. That was great. So after dinner and everything, she would hang out with those people. And I found some friends early on and hung out, some 3 ladies. But, I ended up being the only one that was asking them to do stuff. So after a while, I'm like, forget it. I'm just not going to message y'all anymore. Ran into one of them like the last day of the ship, the Saturday in the hot tub. And anyways, we hung out for a bit, but crazy. It's nice to be back. But in a few days, I will get ready and fly out to Phoenix for the Jeff Lewis Chumps and Heat show. So if you are still looking for a ticket, if you are like, you know what, live life to the fullest, make no regrets, I am going to go to Phoenix. There are tickets. There are a couple of people posting now for VVIP face value for the Jeff Lewis live show, August 8th, this Thursday in Phoenix, Arizona. I will be there. I would love to hang out with you, go to breakfast, go to lunch. Somebody said there's a fun karaoke place right outside of the venue after the event Thursday night. So that will be so much fun. Whether you have general admission, VVIP like I do, which is before the event, 1 hour before the event, and then there's a 30-minute gap if they do it the same. And then VVIP is your chance to take a picture and chat with each of the chumps after the event. But no worries, we'll just meet up with each other. It will all work out, right? So why are my comments not coming on? Okay. Are y'all commenting on YouTube? What is going on? Where are y'all? Get with it. Say hello. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love this. Okay, let's get into it. Today, Bravo announced this mini BravoCon of sorts, but Andy Cohen didn't even chat about it on Andy Cohen Live. It was kind of weird. So I wonder if it was announced. I'm trying to think of when I got the text notification. So I have gone to BravoCon 2022, BravoCon 2023. I think I've got some highlights and lots of videos in that underneath my social media if you want to look at that. But they didn't even announce it. He didn't even chat about it on his live show today. I think they announced it afterwards. So it is November 21st through 22nd. There's going to be 5 different opportunities to buy tickets. It ain't free, honey. That's one thing about Bravo. You can't be Paul and be a Bravo fan and go to these events. They keep jacking up the prices. So there's 5 different Watch What Happens Live, November 21st through 22nd, and then in Miami. And then on Saturday, November 23rd, is this one-day fan event. So I sort of like a BravoCon mini. They said there's going to be like 25. So I think normally there's like 100 Bravo celebrities. They said there's going to be about 25. I mean, if I had to guess, who do I think it's mostly going to be? I think it's mostly going to be Miami because that makes sense to me, the location. I think it's going to be New Jersey, New York. I mean, I don't know. Who else do you think it'll be? What other shows that aren't, that are Bravo, but aren't based in the Miami area that you think might be there? Who do you want to see there? Are you excited about it? I'm literally not even excited about it. I feel like it's somebody that said they were going to have this big, huge wedding. I mean, this is not the same, but I feel like it's like a friend says, oh, we're going to have this big, elaborate wedding. Oh, wait, never mind. We're going to go to, Tex-Mex and buy your own buffet and we're going to celebrate our marriage. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like this afterthought, like BravoCon 2024. Everyone says it wasn't canceled, but oh my God, yes, it was. It was delayed supposedly to 2025. I just feel like this weird announcement in August for a November event. It's the same time frame ish. So the BravoCon I went to in 2022 was end-ish of November. No, it was October, I think. It was October. Yes, Michelle said she'd rather a chump con. Absolutely. We need to do this. We need to just make it happen, right? I don't know if we could have any chumps there, but you know, if Jeff liked me, maybe he would let me hire chumps like Doug Buden, things like, you know. Could we afford Jeff? Huh. Could we afford, what would he charge us to do like a chump con event? What would that look like? Anyways, y'all give me some ideas. Who knows? Anyways, but yeah, I've been saying we need a chump con since BravoCon last year, right? I called into the show and told Doug Buden about that. I don't know. Tickets go on sale Friday. We don't know any prices yet. We don't exactly know what's going to happen. It's also kind of weird to me that they're talking about this as if it's like two different events in mind. I'm just like, freaking make it one. Like, yes, it's optional. You got to buy your Watch What Happens Live tickets separately. Yes, you got to buy this fan event Saturday separately, but I don't know. Just don't talk. It's so confusing to be like it's two different things. Tickets go on sale Friday at bravofanfest.com. Friday, August 9th, tickets go on sale. All I heard from Andy Cohen today, he apparently had a great kid-free weekend, which we all deserve those, right? He spent some time in Las Vegas with some like junior high friends and their husbands. So fun. He was mushrooming it up because his mushrooms got confiscated. I tried to look it up. Okay, I know my friend Michelle is on here from Las Vegas. If you live in Las Vegas or if you know the rules, not that laws matter, but I'm curious if he's talking about something that's illegal while on the job at Andy Cohen Live. So somebody tell me in comments, is mushrooms legal in Las Vegas or Nevada? Because I tried to look it up and I really couldn't figure out what the answer was. It almost seemed like it was illegal because the story I saw, which I'm terrible at Googling, was like 2024, are mushrooms in Las Vegas illegal? If my husband ever searched my phone for the history, he'd be like, when are you going to Las Vegas without me? And why are you searching up if mushrooms are legal or not? And I'm like, no, it's about Andy Cohen. He'd be like, yeah, okay. Anyways, I've never done mushrooms. I did it, and I won't say who it was from, but shout out, you know who it was. And they will also be at the Phoenix and Heat, Chumps and Heat show. Somebody gave me a half of a gummy at the last show, May 30th. Never in my life had I taken one. I sort of forgot about it because I thought, you know what? I'm a big girl. What's half a gummy going to do to me? These ladies are much thinner. You know, I thought, you know, it won't affect me. I was like, I think I was losing my balance. I don't think I felt like I was, do I have two Michelles from Las Vegas? Yes, I meant the Michelle from Las Vegas. I know who you are. And, oh, it's not illegal. Is that what you mean? It's not illegal or it's not legal? I don't know. Anyways, hey, Mary, I went live all last week. It was just at 9 p.m. Eastern because I was on the cruise ship. So those are up. All last week's shows when I was on the cruise ship are up under the live thing, under the Sarah from Texas channel on my YouTube. I think 2 or 3 of them are up as a podcast at Sarah from Texas, everywhere you get your podcast, but I couldn't go live everywhere. I couldn't remember, I do my TikTok over on my iPad. I do Instagram on the phone, and I do YouTube. Is it only YouTube? I thought it was supposed to be Facebook too, but yes, Facebook is working also. And then it all goes up as a replay, but I couldn't do 3 different devices on my crappy premium cruise ship Wi-Fi that I was paying for. So anyways, but it should be back to normal. I don't know what I'll do about going live Thursday and Friday when I'm at the Phoenix show. The Friday one, I think Phoenix is Mountain Time. So that's 1 hour before. So that would technically be 1 p.m. Phoenix time, I guess. So I think I'll be at the airport by then. I don't know if I'll have good enough signal to do Wi-Fi. If I can, you know, I'll want to chat with y'all. I mean, I'll be the dork at the airport like, hey, and people are like, who are you talking to? Okay, I'm going to be extra chatty because I just missed y'all so much. There's something about being at home, even though I'm not my normal podcast. Why are you restricting my YouTube or my TikTok? Weird. If I lose you on TikTok, I don't know why I would, but check me out at Instagram, Sarah from Texas, or YouTube, Sarah from Texas channel, or Facebook. Anyways, it just gave me some weird notification, which I have this set to 18 and up. Yeah, it's set on restriction. What does that mean? It's not eligible for recommendation. Whatever. I swear to you, TikTok, social media is a beautiful thing, is it not? Is it not? Thank you, Mike USA. Thank y'all for tapping the screen over in TikTok too. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Andy got his mushrooms confiscated while he was trying to go into the Diplo DJ concert. So it's kind of interesting that they checked his pockets. What does a mushroom look like? Literally like a dried physical mushroom? Do you like put it underneath your tongue? Thank you so much, whoever did that. Oh, is that Zuba? Hey, Zuba, thank you. But then he did get a caller that was very much like, you need to get rid of Teresa. And he just let it go. And he was just like, okay, thank you for that call, which leads me to believe he does not want to get rid of Teresa. I mean, that's the bread and butter. Like I've said before, love her or hate her, it makes everyone watch her. If you don't have, as a housewife, I should say, if you don't have sort of the lovers and the haters, you're losing out on half the population of people that want to watch you. I think I forgot to put deodorant on today. You know, when your arms feel weird? I've been in the air conditioning, but all of a sudden I'm like, I think when I showered last night and then when I got dressed, I don't think I put deodorant on. I'm like out of the mix of being at home. I've been on so many vacations. Anyways, but he just kind of let that phone call go and didn't say anything about it. And then this guy called in, shout out if you're the guy caller. And he said that the New Jersey finale last night, series finale possibly, felt like watching the Beatles break up. Now, I'm not that old. I'm 51, so I don't remember the Beatles breaking up, but it resonated with me. I mean, I felt like the black and white intro, when it went from color to black and white, I was like, what is going on? Why are they doing this? I've never seen this happen. Has anyone else ever seen that happen? Or was it just me? Yeah. Yes. Zuba says, I see it more that he can't say anything to her because Louis and Teresa are so litigious, suing. I don't think he gives a shit about that, though. I think he's got Bravo protecting him from that. I mean, he's on a podcast talking, but I feel like he can give his opinions if he wants. Michael Riley says, I hope it's over. A lot of you feel that way. I don't know. It kind of gave me hope. I was worried that it would be disappointing. Jackie okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Holy smokes. We have so much to chat about. First of all, y'all know I was on a cruise last week. The week before that, I was in Turks and Caicos. So I've been not able to watch all my shows live. I finally watched last week's New Jersey last week. So dumb. The Teresa thing, calling the attorney. First of all, she and Louis have no two nickels to rub together. How much did their attorney, James, charge to come to their house and do this like presentation with everyone, including her 22-year-old Gia with her, which what the hell is she doing there for? And to sort of announce that, Marge had been caught or admitted or whatever it is, talking to one of Louis' exes. To hear Melissa Gorga has been very vocal about this on Watch What Happens Live. She was also on a podcast, I think. And she basically said, look, these exes of Louis and even his niece, they all want to talk to us housewives. They all want to warn us to be careful. To be careful? That's scary. That's alarming. That's way different than saying, oh my God, he's crazy. He's going to hurt her. He's going to spend all of her money. To warn these people to be careful of Louis is way more alarming, right? I feel like Teresa is pushing things under the carpet. It reminds me a lot of Vicki Gunvalson and Brooks, the cancer cheater, the cancer liar dude. I don't know. I thought it was gross. And such a boring ending. But the very beginning, why is nobody talking about Danielle's daughter? This was so gross to me. They've shown a lot of Danielle and Rachel's family dynamics, I guess, because they're the only two with super young kids. I personally don't want to see it. I mean, I've raised my little kids. Like I'm in like I go to adults only vacations. I try to. I don't want to see your little kids. Like it's not that cute to me. They're not blowing me away. But seeing Danielle's little daughter, who's like 6 or 8, talk about boners, and then more specifically, her mom and dad getting a boner to get like what? Who thinks that's funny? Now that it's come out that Danielle tried to be on TV years ago, decades ago, with this Britney Spears impersonation thing, that just lets me know she always wanted on TV. That is her end game. So this is what she wanted, which is fine. I'm just saying it doesn't seem organic that, oh, she was friends with these people and now she's on Real Housewives of New Jersey. Also, how did we just learn that Jen Aiden was on some show on like Lifetime or something about how much money you have? And somebody sent me a clip of that. Like it was so gross. And then obviously the soundbite that she did recently that went everywhere. And she's saying, oh, it'll be fine. I don't know what Bravo's going to do with New Jersey, if they'll reboot us, keep us, whatever. But I mean, I guess I'll just count my Ferraris. Bitch, you ain't got more than one Ferrari. And if you do, you're probably making payments on it. Don't gross me out. Grosser than that is her husband Bill's hair. The little curls at the bottom. Get a fucking haircut, dude. You're like, seriously, you're grossing me out. But her comments, we'll talk about it in a minute. There's so much. The man boobs comments that she was saying, and now it comes out that he has admitted he had the man boobs surgery and like at 45 years old. Like, she's so freaking rude. Jen Aiden is disgusting. She's just disgusting. Okay, I did watch last week's episode of OC also. I'm an Emily fan. Not a fan of 50-year-old or mother of 3, whatever, pissing in the bushes. When she had an opportunity to walk in the house, all she had to do was go inside, pee, use toilet paper, not have piss dribble down, not have piss on her clothes. She didn't wipe with anything. She couldn't wait to go inside because she didn't want to meet the husband of Katie, the new girl. It was just weird. It just, sadly, it felt produced. It felt like Emily was just trying to be funny. And I just thought it was kind of gross. On top of that, Katie, self-producing again, bringing up this proof, which I want to see. Show me the text. I want to see this text of her good friend, great friend, who's in charge of all these paparazzis, that she has proof. Because if that's the truth, that friend is going to be very pissed off that Katie is now opening, was it a man or female? I think it was a guy. I don't remember who they said it was, for exposing that. If somebody gives me some dirt, okay, I get some dirt, y'all. I get some dirt on the chumps. I get dirt on celebrities. I always ask, can I share this? I will never talk about who it is or how it is or whatever, or how I got the information, but can I share it or not? And I don't. And I'll just tell you, somebody just got on one of the whatevers, not even going to tell you which social media, that gave me some tea somewhat recently. And I said, can I share this? And they said, no, because it might get back to me somehow. The information has sort of gotten out there already. I think, yes, it has. So dumb. It does not. Somebody is flagging my TikTok. Y'all are such douchebags. Someone's flagging my TikTok for bullying harassment. Like, seriously? Teresa, is that you? I'm kidding. Anyways, like I said, if my TikTok goes off, go to Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. But if Katie has that information, yeah, keep it in your back pocket. Maybe tell them. Don't bring it up on the show. And now your friend is going to get in trouble, because when you've got, what is that one? I've talked about this before. It's called Back Grid. Back Grid is like a company that pays for pictures or videos of celebrities, but it is one that is knowingly, the celebrity calls them themselves. Think Jax Taylor, thinks Tom Sandoval, think whatever. And then TMZ will buy that from them and then it'll put underneath their back grid. That always means that celebrity called them and said, hey, remember Raquel Leviss? I'm going to be getting my nails done at this really inconspicuous place, sitting outside on a bench that no one would ever know that I'm here at. Remember when Kyle Richards was pumping gas right after it came out, soon after the whole Morgan Wade drama came out, and she was pumping gas out of the blue, and somebody was in the other side and could have gotten out to pump the gas, and instead it's her, the famous Kyle Richards, during this huge scandal. Hello, somebody called. Like, they didn't just happen to be at the gas station, right? Anyways, I just feel like I remember when those Disneyland pictures came out. First of all, Terry Dubrow and Heather, the hell you're a Disneyland fan. The hell you're an adult Disney person. No way you were there just to, spend time together, and the paparazzi just happened to be there and took this picture. If it was a fan, I would understand. But they're like posing, like a la prom 1995. Like literally like the arms in the front, looking up into the wonder. And it was supposedly because all these rumors were coming out. God love Terry Dubrow, but nobody's after him except for anything but money. And he's funny. He's funny. Don't get me wrong. But nobody's like, dude, Terry Dubrow is freaking hot. Like, I'm going to get me some of that. And look at his wife. Like, seriously. Crazy. I believe it. I'm shocked that Heather Dubrow is swearing on her children's lives. Am I shocked? No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Never mind. Because I think that's something that people just throw around. Bible, as the Kardashians say. I think a lot of these celebrities will lie till the last second. And we will chat about that with Jackie Goldschneider, lying out and out to the last second till there was absolute proof, right? Here's Southern says, Heather's so overpriced and lacks anything authentic. She overproduces her scenes with the perfect life. No criticism is allowed. Did y'all see her on the last Watch What Happens Live she was on? It was so weird. She was so sterile, extra sterile. She was just like prim and proper and just like looking at the dude, whoever the actor dude was beside her. She was just appalled by him. She apparently, Andy Cohen told us today, she apparently sent him a text last week after that and said, "You're second chair people." And she started to say something kind of negative about it. And he was like, there are no second people. Like, you weren't the first chair, although we know she is. We know on Watch What Happens Live, there's a first chair and a second chair. Give me a freaking break. There is, for sure, right? It was just extra prim and proper. And then she was totally like, someone called in and said, would you switch to Beverly Hills? And she said, well, Andy, that's not for me to answer, but that's a conversation that you and I should have. In other words, hell yes, we know we bought this condo. We know we're building this house or rebuilding, whatever they're doing, this house in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, to get on Beverly Hills. Now, I don't know if Terry Dubrow still works in Orange County, but if he does like 5 days a week, that's a hell of a traffic. Do you think these are people that maybe they still have a place in OC? And he kind of works during the week and then on the weekends they hang out, or do they hang out? I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. Wait, what were you grossed out by? Cherish Miller on TikTok says, I'm totally a fan, but I was grossed out as well. Wait, why? Oh, Emily. Yes. She says, Emily did that for the cameras. I was disappointed. I love Emily. I loved her and Shane on Jeff Lewis Live last week. I've met her in person. I think she's really nice, but I do think she knows exactly what she's doing to stay on the show. Because, it's been said for years that she's boring and has no personality, nothing going on. You know what I mean? She's not even an attorney anymore. She's not a party planner anymore. She's a full-time housewife. Like, that's her gig. And I think how it started was, Vicki Gunvalson being an insurance person, scamming to older people and what have you. But selling her Kodo to insurance. And now it's like none of these people have a job. So it becomes them like producing themselves because they know exactly what it takes to stay on or to stay in the, you know, the TMZs and the page sixes and all the bloggers of it all, right? Michael Riley says that that Heather Dubrow will be going to Beverly Hills. I think so too. I don't think she's a great fit with OC, and I think she thinks she's above them. Yeah, I could totally see her. No, Elle says, do you think they were posing for someone else and then the paparazzi came? No, I've never been to Disneyland. I've been to Disney World and Orlando multiple times, but there ain't no paparazzi at Disneyland. And nobody caught them right after the supposed, like, you know, cheating scandal. Like, oh, let's go to the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. I think she's absolutely to line. Oh, Michelle said, wow, that's super rich. A helicopter from LA to the OC is kind of common now. That is so rich, and I'm so here for it. Y'all, let's manifest me being rich enough to take a helicopter ride. Oh, I would totally pick one of y'all to come with me because my husband would be terrified. He would never. I've ridden in a helicopter once. My friend is a police officer. Like, gosh, was I even married? Might have been before I was married. Yeah, it had to have been because I would have never, why would I have done this? A guy I grew up with is a police officer, and he, through the Houston police, they let me go on a helicopter ride with him for like 10, 15 minutes. It was really cool. They probably don't even do that crap anymore, but it was really cool. Yes, Tea with Tambo. Exactly. I mean, Heather Dubrow's an actress, but you know, what's that? The Hawaii Five-0 show she was on or whatever that was. Says, I've seen Heather's acting. She isn't that good. I mean, for her to be like, I gave up my acting career to have our 4 children and raise them. No, you didn't. First of all, you've been on the Housewives. That is more than a full-time job. So don't act like you're a stay-at-home mom when you've been doing that. You know what I mean? Like that, you are definitely working the cameras being on Real Housewives of OC. Okay, that's enough of that. New Jersey finale. Okay, give me all your thoughts. Tell me, do you think it's coming back? Do you think it'll be rebooted? Do you think last night looked like a series finale? Did you think it was worth it? Are you disappointed that Jen Fessler got up and freaking walked out? Do you think that just like Jen Fessler let Marge know about the, you know, the attorney get-together powwow that Teresa was planning, I also think that Marge let Jen Fessler in on the scoop that she had just learned about Jackie having the ex over. I wish we could say the name. I don't even know what the name is. I don't even care though. K.S. Smith said Marge won it all. What did she say to you? You subpoenaed the wrong bitch. I was like, oh my God, this is genius. I literally DM'd, so Marge Sr. follows me. I don't think Margaret follows me, but anyways, Marge Sr. does. Anyway, she's a huge Jeff Lewis fan, but I DM'd her and I said, your daughter like won the internet last night. I said she was great. So anyways, Elle says Jackie was busted, which I love. But did y'all see my video? Go check out either my video, because her Instagram stories will disappear after a while. And after I watched it, I was like, oh my God. I mean, we know, let's not talk about the ED of it all, but we know Jackie Goldschneider has admitted lifelong history of ED. Well, along with that is obviously mental health concerns, because to me, they go hand in hand. She's got a book out about it, but I was literally, when she walked away, I was like, oh my God, she must feel like the biggest douchebag ever. Like ever. Like we already know that she got caught a few weeks ago, although it happened last October, that Teresa basically said, I'm using Jackie to get some information on Marge and we're going to take Marge down, right? Then they posted on July 6th, just a month ago, almost exactly a month ago, them out to dinner. Jackie and Louie and Teresa and Evan out to dinner. And it said something like, you know, let history go, friends till the end, or whatever it said. Jackie reposted that again last night. And she said something like, we're getting over things, or, you know, life goes on or something. It was so ballsy. She's either on vacation now with her family, or she's making it a point to post videos of her family and her kids and at the beach, and they're at the Hamptons and they're so having fun. And Here I am at a book signing. I'm selling my book. Make sure to buy my book. What is it? The Way to Beauty. I ain't buying that shit. I wasn't buying it before. I'm definitely not buying it now. But I almost thought, oh my God, she must not be doing well. Oh shit, I think I need to plug my phone. I have to plug my phone, my computer in. Gosh dang it. Why do I do that? Give me 1 second, because we are not going to end on time today. We are going to be, give me a sec. Okay. Like I said, I'm not in my normal podcast room, so nothing is set up like normal. And I thought I would have enough juice, and I don't. So give me a second, and I will plug in my computer, my laptop. But I thought I need to go check on Jackie. Like, she's not going to be okay. Girl, she is either the biggest faker ever. Like, how do y'all think she's really doing? Have you looked at her Instagram? She is posting like she is just a queen and nothing is going on. It's just, the life is fantastic. It's crazy. I'm trying to move this light real quick. Okay. I can't tell if she's, okay, Marita says, Jackie is ridiculous. When she finally copped to having seen Louis' ex, it was hilarious. She didn't even get a chance to say much. I felt like we needed 10 more minutes of talking about that. I wanted to see her squirm. I wanted to hear details. Who contacted who first? I mean, all we heard was that she said, which this made sense, right? If you're in a bad place with Teresa, it made sense that she wanted to get some scoop to use against Teresa. So I wanted more information. Did you look up her? Did she contact you? What's the DM look like? Yeah. Here's you then, says the editing was chopped up. I also wanted a camera in her face. Don't freaking be like, I'm taking my, my microphone off. I wanted a camera in her face. I wanted her walking away like she did, but I wanted her in the face. I wanted to see who she saw to make her back up. Like, I wanted more. Yes. Here's you then, says Jennifer Aiden said there was more conversation and they cut it. I'm sure that dinner, luncheon, whatever, you could tell they shut down the whole restaurant, that Rails restaurant. By the way, who is taking me to Rails restaurant? Who can even get a reservation there? Next time I'm in New York City, I'm definitely taking the train or the Uber or the subway, whatever I got to take to Rails Steakhouse. I want to see it. I want to hear the train go out in front. I want to see the parking lot. I want to walk over the rails. I want to do all the things. Yes. Teaching's my game on Instagram says, hopefully we'll see more on next week's episode when they're all watching it together. Oh, Kateri says, I'll take you. Yeah, so don't forget, this was the season finale, maybe series finale, but next week is their version of the reunion. They apparently all sat down and watched the thing, watched the series season finale, and now they're going to chat about it. I don't even know. Oh my God. Beverly says, Rails, do you ever see them out and about? She says, Rails is not 10 minutes from my house. I'll come and pick you up and we'll go. Oh my God, I would totally go. Because apparently Rails is right around the corner from Teresa Giudice's house, right? Why does Teresa and Louis' house, is that what every house there looks like? They're like these big mega mansions, but they're not like flat, like Melissa and Joe's house. It's like this, I don't know, like this arched house, like Melissa's old house and Teresa's old house. But Teresa's old house that she had with Joe Giudice looks very similar to her and Louis' house. Was Louis' house his house before she moved in? Like, I feel like, right? Isn't this the house where he's taking out loans on the mortgage and maybe she doesn't know about it or something? Wait, what? Oh, I love that. Beverly says it's very good food. They even have a secret room like a speakeasy. Oh my God, that would be so fun. Okay, this is it. We haven't talked about Jeff Lewis yet. I told you this would be an expanded show today, and it absolutely will. We just have too much to chat about. But today on Jeff Lewis, they mentioned doing another show after Phoenix this year, maybe New York City or San Antonio. So even though San Antonio is only 3 hours from my house, I'd much rather fly to New York City and also do rails. So anyways, okay. Dolores. So she was on Watch What Happens Live last night. I thought it was a little boring with her. I don't know why. It just didn't, she felt very uncomfortable, it looked like. The marriage talks about, yes, I'm coming to Phoenix. Yes, girl, you must not listen to me. Yes, join the Sarah from Texas Facebook group. We're like planning stuff. And she seemed uncomfortable when some callers, and I think even Andy asked about when Paulie's going to get a divorce from his wife, when she's going to marry him. She just said something like, I just want us to be happy. And I'm like, well, are you not happy? Yeah. Michael Riley says Dolores was flat. It did. It seemed, I don't know. It seemed weird. It did. It seemed weird to me. Now, I thought Andrea Lopez was hilarious behind the bar. She was super funny. Never met her before, but Andy did say that you can hire her for events. And I was like, what event can I have? Like, I totally need to hire her. And then I'm like, well, I don't want to fly her from, I guess she lives in LA. Does she live in LA? But who knows where Andrea Lopez lives. Her Instagram is like Andrea Lopez Comedy, I think. Yeah, she was very funny and very on the fly. Anyways, but Dolores got super pissed off when the Marge at her house was basically like, look, I invited you to that reunion review and you said, I'm not involved in that. I'm not coming. I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't, does it sound like cameras were up during that conversation? I feel like it's something that either one of them could just think, like Marge could think, oh, of course I told you about it. And this is what you said. I think sometimes we can forget what really happened. So I don't really think Marge was lying. I don't think Dolores was lying. I think Dolores can definitely have her moments, her rage, and she's talked about it. She's talked about perimenopause and, her attitude and her, anger. And I think that was one of them where she could just get upset about something. Y'all are not liking the live on TikTok. How rude. Anyways, just tap the screen. It's all it takes. Anyways, I guess somebody was saying that I was bullying, harassing on the TikTok live, which is, we're talking Housewives. I'm not bullying anyone. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Cattery says Dolores should just drop the marriage topic with him. I don't feel like they need to get married. Like, she's been divorced from what's his face for, 25 years and they're all still good. So I think it's just I think it's what other people want, they think, for Dolores and what she thinks other people want from her. Like, I don't know, but I don't really think she cares. I can't tell. Anyways, but she was so pissed. Dolores was calling her a liar. She just went insane. What else? So much. At the rails, they used, I wrote down these words because the clown, white trash, whore, man boobs. They were definitely, don't think Jen Fesser should have left early. Oh, I did write this down. February 25th, 2021 is when Jackie and Louis' ex started talking, and she should have told Teresa, but she was afraid to, I think is what she said. But the fact that she knew the whole time, anyone that's Louis' exes that are having no problem talking about talking about Louis to all these housewives and maybe to podcasters and bloggers, and also they're also going to spill the beans that they met and went to her house, went to Jackie's house. She invited this ex to her house, not just met at the coffee shop, not just met at a restaurant, not just met at a park, with a wig and a low hat and sunglasses on. Invited her to your home where your husband and 4 children live. Like, what in the actual? Crazy. Who didn't know like me, or kind of forgot, because everyone seems to have a podcast, including me. How lame. Two Jersey Jays, Jackie Goldschneider and Jen Fessler. Are they really best friends? Who's listened to this? Is it any good? Somebody did tell me, because I made a video about it. Somebody said that Jackie talks over Jen Fessler all the time. Do they do this live together, or do they do it from their homes in a podcast room? I wonder. I sort of want them to. Nobody listens to that podcast. It's boring. Well, somebody did before this even happened, before Jackie Judas got outed for lying and admitted to lying. Don't forget, she admitted it. Somebody had sent it to me last week, because I made a post while on the cruise, like, why is it so hard to meet new friends as an adult? Like, I'm really struggling. Like, I guess because, I met these 3 women on the cruise. I put myself out there. I was like, hey, let's meet up. I'm here alone with my teenage daughter. I want to go to these adult shows at night when she's out with her cruise friends. And, we met up, and then it was just like, they just died out. They were not asking me to do something. And I'm like, come on, I'm fine. Like, let's hang out. Like, let's do something. So I literally made a video. I'm like, it's so hard to make friends. So somebody did tell me to listen to the most recent episode. I think it's August 1st, of Two Jersey Jays, because they do talk about doing things to put yourself out there to make adult friends. So if I have an hour, maybe I'll go lay in the pool soon and listen to it if it's worth it. Hey, Bex Drew. The way she walked out was so hard to watch. Wait, who? Jen Fessler? I thought no one even tried to get her to stay. They were just like, whatever. I don't know. Okay, we already talked about how boring Watch What Happens Live was. Danny Pellegrino, he's a huge podcaster. I think he was a little nervous. I think he was just kind of talking too much. His question answers ended up being super long, and I didn't really feel the love. I saw the love affair from Andy Cohen to Andrea Lopez comedy. I mean, he was like totally in love with her. I didn't necessarily see that with Danny Pellegrino. So anyways, but I do agree. Do y'all agree that a reunion's not needed? Like, I don't know. Oh, tell me more. I've met them together. I think I met them in New York together. When they were on Jeff Lewis Live. Tiva Tampa says, I don't like Dolores and Polly together. Tell me in comments, do you like Dolores and Polly together? He's very opposite from David, her last boyfriend. Like, they do everything together. He's including her in this business. Danny Pellegrino? That is not the same guy from Who's the Boss. Is it? No. Oh my God. Is it the little blonde boy from Who's the Boss? It is not, is it? I'm dying. Michael, Paul is an Irish thug. Oh, we can't use the word thug. Tell me why. Oh, Chris says it's not. Danny Pintaro. Thank you, Chris. Yes. Okay. 2 different Dannys. I was thinking, I don't know. I haven't seen that actor do Pintaro. Yes. Okay. Y'all knew. Oh, Sinead on TikTok says Irish guys don't like women to be so pressuring over marriage. I definitely can see that. I don't know. I see it. I think his kids are still young. I think he's got like a 16-year-old, maybe even like a 14-year-old. He's got young-ish kids. I think they've been separated for like 10 years. So that's not new to Polly and whoever the ex-wife or wife is. I think she's still heavily involved in their business. And I don't think they know how to figure that out. I also wonder if it's an Irish thing and maybe a Catholic thing where he just doesn't want to get divorced. Don't forget, I've reminded y'all, a lot of old school people, they separate, but they just don't legally divorce, right? Jen Aiden's parents don't live together, but they're not divorced. Dolores's parents, same thing. They don't live together, but they're not divorced. And same with Jackie Goldschneider's parents. They don't live together, but they're not divorced. Jeff has talked about this a lot with like rich people where they just have different homes. Teresa says Paulie keeps his thermostat way too hot in the summer. He's cheap. Oh my gosh. Why am I hearing that so much? Here's you then says Shane hates Joey, but has to keep it low. You're not the first one that said that to me. That's so weird. Okay, let's chat about today's Jeff Lewis. Oh, Shay says, but he doesn't mind sleeping with Dolores. Just saying. Well, she's hot. But also, he doesn't bitch and moan about all the plastic surgery and the Ozempic. I feel like David, her ex, who's a medical doctor, would have been so pissed at her doing Ozempic and having all these procedures. Like, we feel like he would have. You know what I mean? Very interesting. Oh, Jim, the cruise was so fun. But I just needed some friends to chat Bravo and Jeff Lewis with for sure. So we need to do a cruise for sure. They are so cheap out of Galveston, especially in the non-summer months, like September, October. They're very cheap. Anyways, okay. Today was Michael Hitchcock and Shayna Moakler. Am I the only one that feels like Krista Lamas is being replaced with Shayna Moakler, and they're very similar personalities on what they talk about, what they look like, kind of the role they play in Jeff's life? I don't know. She was talking about being hungover today, like on 2 or 3 hours of sleep. And I'm like, Jeff just went to this wellness center where he said, he doesn't even crave alcohol or caffeine anymore. And then you're on here talking about how you're hungover at 9 a.m. on a Monday. Like, I don't know that that's I feel like Jeff is in a different place and he has less tolerance, or like, I'm not a big drinker, but I don't mind when other people do. Right. I think Jeff, even when he's not partying, he kind of looks up to partiers, and I don't think he's in that place anymore. You know what I mean? So I don't think he was all that impressed. He definitely wasn't laughing like I felt like he would have normally to her saying something like that, saying that she was still drunk and hungover from the night before. Oh, thank you, Kay Kitty. Why was there negativity here? I don't even know it. Okay, maybe I missed it. So miserable, so tired, so hungry. That's pretty much how Jeff summed it up, saying he'll never do a wellness center like that again. It was $3,000. Okay, how many of you thought this was a cheaper price than you expected for 3 nights, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night? So I think they checked out Sunday. $3,200. Now that's the basic without any of the add-ons. I'm sure at a place like this, a facial was at least $250. I guess we can look it up. Can anyone look up We Care Wellness Spa? I'm assuming colonics weren't included. I don't know what's included. I'm assuming food, the basic or liquids, is included. You think that's ridiculous, Michael Riley? I don't think that's that bad, and I'm cheap, y'all know. I guess I thought it was fancy and would be more expensive. I don't know. I didn't think it was terrible. What do you think? Oh. Cherishes, I was a fan at first. He's been giving me off vibes this season. Dolores doesn't seem happy to me. Oh, I have seen a difference. Obviously, a lot of people just get used to each other, and I think it's different. But I don't see the va 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 boom between Dolores and not Louie, good Lord, Paulie, like I used to. You know what I mean? I know, but it's not the same. Here's Youthan says you can all do all those drinks for $100 and do that all at home. Yeah, but I want the pool. I don't know. I wouldn't spend $3,200. Okay, what'd you think of the housekeeper drama? Somebody stealing food and supplies? Like, he must pay these people a small fortune. I don't understand why anyone that would work for Jeff Lewis would risk, because they know he'll go straight to the freaking radio and blast you. Why would anyone? I think he's got 10 employees between the nannies, the housekeepers, the house manager, the CPA, Shane. God, I forgot the guy's name. The guy that does his videos. What's his name? I forgot him. Anyways, but why would anyone risk like stealing, bagels or toilet paper? Like, that's so weird to me. Oh, Jet says the only reason Shane is bothered by Joey is because he's competition for all the bougie social gigs. If Joey is there, he doesn't need Shane. Oh, okay. Hot take. I don't know that Shane, especially now that he's in love with his roommate Brogan, the man of his life, I don't know that Shane is so into spending his off time going to all those bougie things. Not that Jeff is into go, because Jeff always says, I have JOMO, the joy of missing out. So I don't think he cares about going to that stuff. But I can see where if Jeff wants to go to something to like promote his, I feel like Jeff and Joey are in similar whatevers. They got to keep their name out there. They got to meet and greet. They got to go see the famous people. They got to stay in the, although Jeff doesn't care, got to stay in the paparazzi pictures every once in a while, be seen. I don't feel like Shane needs to do that. That's not his place. But I also think since he's with Brogan, I don't think he cares anymore. He'd be like, never mind. I don't have to go out and spend a 3-hour dinner with you whenever I work from 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night. Don't y'all think he's said he works 12-hour days with Jeff? Crazy. I knew he would bring up James's Instagram pictures from Hawaii. They're really good. If you haven't seen them, I think I shared them in the Sarah from Texas Facebook group. So go check them out there. Instagram stories disappear after 24 hours. So you kind of got to whatever. Eden and Kelly, his good friends, were on extended. I haven't finished it yet. I kept pausing it and finding other stuff to do. They just don't, I don't know. They don't do it for me. I definitely don't need them on once a week. What do y'all think? Is it just me? Do they need to grow on me? I feel like Jeff is like taking them under their wings, like trying to take care of them, especially since Kelly's going through a divorce eventually. She's been a stay-at-home mom all these years, kind of giving up her career. I feel like Jeff is trying, even letting them like do the live read stuff. I feel like Andy Cohen and Radio Andy is like, no, dude, we want you. Why is my light being weird? We want you reading these promotion things. We don't want your friends, Eden and Kelly reading this just like so they can get experience. Kelly is Kelly Osborne, whatever her name is. Something. It's a friend from like college or something. Eden Sassoon is from Sassoon, Vidal Sassoon hair products, fame and fortune. But also I think they met from college. I think they all met actually not at USC. Remember Jeff, I don't think graduated from USC. I think he didn't get into the business school. So then he ended up at the other school, Chapman University, right? Yeah. Michael says not interested in that Kelly girl at all. I mean, Eden has a little more to talk about, but I just don't want to hear them talk. I don't want to, they just seem to like beg to hang out with Jeff on air. Like, oh, we hope we get invited to a live show. I want our kids to hang out together. Well, if he's not asking for a play date now, I mean, your kids are two very different ages. Like, I don't think they need to have a play date. They're not at the same ages. Bex Drew says he knew Kelly when they were young. How young though? I felt like they met in college. Was it high school maybe? Oh, somebody says, Brooke Motto says, would you rather Eden and Kelly or Pole and Patrick? Pole and Patrick, but I only want them once a week. Like I think a lot of people should not be on for 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks gives me time to whatever. I feel like Doug just kind of adds to the conversation with anyone, but I feel like other people being on for a complete hour is a little bit much. It's the ADD in me. I want different people. Now tomorrow, someone totally new on with Sarah Colonna. Never heard of them. There's someone else later in the week that I don't think has ever been on or that I haven't heard. So I don't know. Anyways, what else? When Jeff kept telling us that Beverly D'Angelo literally kept pooping on herself and then wearing the robe. How do you poop on yourself and not know? Like, don't you have panties on? Don't you wear, I don't know, like wipe? If anything, they should give you the wet wipes. Like you don't just need toilet paper. You need literal wet wipes. You need to be wiping that hiney and getting all the nastiness off. Garcelle is on. Yes. Debbie says, I feel the same way about Eden and Kelly. She's Kelly Wagner Osborne is her name. Her mom was a famous model, Sunny Griffiths. She was pretty. She's boring. Boring to me. And I feel like, they're not friends of Jeff. Yes, they used to be, just like Heather McDonald and Jeff. They weren't friends for like 20, 25 years. They didn't hang out. Then they realized, oh, we went to USC together. Oh, we kissed one time. Oh, you're a podcaster. I have a radio show. Oh, even though they say, oh, we were friends. No, they weren't friends since college. If I meet up with somebody that I went to high school with in 1991, I don't say we've been friends since high school. I'll say we went to high school together and I just met. It's very different to be friends and vacation and share your relationships and your children and your life, your career with someone, go to dinner with them, drinks. I don't feel like they ever do anything with Jeff. You know what I mean? Which is fine, but I don't want them on the radio. On the extended show, I want close friends of Jeff or family members, people that know him, people that do stuff with him, people that when you say something, they can add to the story, or they can say something that they did with him or say a memory. I feel like we've heard all the same memories. You know what I mean? Oh, Brooke Motto says, so who do you like? What guess? Doug. I love Doug. I love what Shane adds. I love, y'all are putting me on the spot now because I got to think. I love people that don't come on often. I love when Melissa Gorg is on every once in a while. I love when, gosh, who else? And thinking now out of a list, it's really hard. Fortune Feimster, I love. Jameson, I love. I heard a 789, an archive show over the weekend, or when I was on the cruise, and I heard Alyssa's voice. I miss Alyssa. Y'all know I liked Alyssa on the show. Not a ton, but I liked her. Melissa Rivers. She's just been on a bit too much for me lately. See, I just don't feel like she's added anything new. Like, yeah, there's Tinks fans here. I'm 51. I'm not, Tinks, I followed her for a while. I think she's very positive and great with 20 and 30-year-olds. I just, Christina says, I miss Paige Davis or Paige just, Woolen, because Paige Woolen was from a long time ago, right? Yes, I like Justin Martindale. Yes, for sure. Nikki Glaser when she was, is that her name? Oh my God, she was hilarious. I thought that was a really big get. Oh, someone else tell her what happened to Paige Davis. I've already said it enough times. Yes. Oh, Jet, I am so here for this. This is what I've been saying. I said this over the weekend, either in a DM. Sometimes I forget if I message y'all something or if I make a story about it, if I make a comment on my TikTok. I don't remember. I was talking about that Shannon and Jeff need to do a show together. We need cameras up on them. Nikki Haskell, y'all meant. And I was saying that, Shannon Bedore, like we need cameras up on her. We need more of that. And friends with him and Jeff Lewis, we need more of that with Hollywood House Lift of his personal life. So having Aurora on, having Zoila on. I mean, Zoila must not want to be on Jeff Lewis Live because there's no way Jeff can't know that would be a super huge show if he had Zoila on Jeff Lewis Live. Don't you think? Like Zoila and Megan and Shane. I mean, I don't know that Aurora, she seems a little feisty. Now she is, she's Zoila's sister. So maybe we need all of them on so we can figure out who's lying, who's stealing, who's cheating, what happened to Monroe's necklace. We need to figure out all that. Yeah, Dolly Girl says the car ride alone would have been show-stopping for all the cigarettes that Beverly was drinking or smoking. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Brooke Motto says Justin Martindale is so sweet and funny, and he's a Texan. He's from San Antonio. Oh, Margaret says Emily is gross. Marge and Danielle are my favorite. Jen Aiden is arrogant, and Teresa is just over. Whoa. Oh, hold on. I have to drag the puzzle piece. TikTok is asking me to do something weird. Okay. TikTok they make me babysit a lot whenever I'm up. Oh, Patricia. Oh my God. She's asking about the people I didn't meet them. If y'all saw the video of these people, this guy and girl that were next to me on the cruise, they were either when I went live that night and I told y'all the story, y'all were like, I bet they were role playing like Carrie Lewis and Todd Lewis. And I'm like, oh my God, maybe they were role playing. Like, I don't know. He seems so drunk. These people were on the cruise next to me on this Serenity, deck during the day. It was like 4:30 or 5. I don't even know what time. It was definitely before dinner because I went and told my daughter afterwards and she didn't give a care. But he was so drunk. They were definitely handsy when I sat down, but then I couldn't see them once I sat down. I was in this like thing that's called like a clamshell, like you're deep in it. Like I couldn't look out to look into theirs and see them because it would have been super obvious. But the comedian that night was super lame, but I did walk by the piano bar. It's so dark. It was so loud in there. There's no way I could have figured out who they were, but what was I going to do? Video them? What was I going to do? Ask them, are y'all cheating? Like, where's Jeff and Sherry? Like, I was not going to walk up to them. I would have never done that. So for sure. They could have had an open marriage. I mean, I guess. No. To me, if you have an open marriage, then you're okay with this. These were complaining that their partners were going to bed early every night, not hanging out with them. So I feel like people in an open marriage would be party people. Right? I don't know anything about an open marriage. I just feel like open marriage people would be like, yeah, let's go meet people. Let's go to the bars. They would be going to this, there's some club on the cruise. I never even forgot what it's even called. Some club. I don't even know the name of it. I feel like that's what they would have been doing, right? I don't even know. Yes, Kay Kitty says, hard pass for Eden and Kelly. I know he doesn't care. Like he's gotten all the complaints about Patty Stanger, Kelly Dodd, and he says, I don't care. These are my friends. You can bitch all you want. I'm going to have them on. I'm just surprised they don't pay attention to ratings. And maybe I wonder if when Eden and Kelly are on, a lot less people turn off the Jeff Lewis extended show. I wonder. That's what y'all tell me in the DMs. And that's what y'all tell me on lives, that y'all turn off the Eden and Kelly shows more. But you know what? Just like an a-hole, everyone can have an opinion. And some people love certain guests. Some people don't like certain guests. So that's why I love being able to chat with y'all about this, because we can all have different opinions about which guests we like or how often we like people on. And it doesn't really matter. I was surprised, and Jeff has said this before, though, that he pays his credit card bill once a week just so he doesn't get a big bill at the end of the month. Now, to me, I sort of get it because I pay a bill the second it comes in. I do not like bills sitting up. Now, what I will do is I will schedule it. If the bill comes in, I will get on. I will schedule it, within a day or 3 that it's due, and then I put it in the shredder. I know it's taken care of, right? But so I don't like owing people money at all. If I owe you a nickel, I want to offer it back to you to pay it back. But I do feel like I'm not going to pay it. I'm not going to have the time to go on weekly and pay a credit card bill just so I don't have the big bill at the end of the month. Like I don't even know when my bills are due. So when I get it, I look at it and get on and pay it. I just thought that was weird. But also when they were talking, Eden was talking about, oh my God, my son's going to college. I think I can pay his college on the credit card. No, you cannot, because I am about to have 3 in college at the same time. 3 different schools. None of them can I pay any of the bills without I don't know what it is, 2.5% to 3% fee. So that overwrites all the benefits of trying to earn, points or miles on a credit card of paying for college tuition or, the housing and all that stuff. So I thought it was funny she was saying that. I thought maybe someone will call. Like I said, I still have about 15 more minutes of the show left, but I thought somebody's going to let her know, nope, you're going to pay. Even Shane, who's the youngest one, even brought up that they might have fees, right? An infomercial for what? Remote 103 on Instagram says, I feel the show became one long infomercial. But about what? Because I feel, what did they talk about? I mean, I didn't even take many notes because I don't feel like they talked about much. Pooping, shitting, credit cards, and that guy that, did they say that guy might come on this week? The guy with the 23-year-old guy about the the points thing. If he only charges $300, that's actually not terrible. But if that's only for booking one person's flight, then it's hard for me to add on $300 to one flight when most flights in the US are less than 600 total, right? So to add on 300 just to get him to use your points is that math ain't mathing to me for sure. Oh, did they talk about Leah Black's products? Poland Patrick's coffee reads? Oh, okay. Anyways, all my reminders are starting to go off. Anyways. Okay, we're going to wrap it up soon. Hannah Grace says, Jeff always makes fun of Poland Patrick about being scammers and insurance fraudsters. It maybe Google them and there's some shady stuff they had done. Yes. And I don't know. I know there's lawsuits. I think lawsuits are common. So I don't know. Yes. Debbie says, I turned it off today. It was boring. And I usually love the extended show. See, I will get lots of these messages for sure. I don't feel like they are. Elle says, do you think the wives are friends? Wait, what wives? Wait, hold on. I'm getting confused. Do you mean Kelly and Eden? I don't think they're friends that hang out. I think Eden had an admitted drug issue a lot of her life, or an addiction issue, and had her kids very much younger. The other one was married for a long time, has much younger kids. I think they're two completely different seasons of their lives. I don't think they were hangout buddies at all. If they did, I feel like they would share more. Like, oh, remember that vacation we went on? Or remember when this happened? I actually wish they were better friends and maybe had something. You know what I mean? Somebody said, what did I eat today? That's a weird question. 3 eggs, which is pretty normal for me. And then I also had a donut because, yes, we had a couple of house guests over the long weekend, and we got donuts and kolaches this morning. So anyways, okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining live. It is way more fun. If you're watching on the replay, shout out. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, the like, the heart button, all the things. Make sure you comment. If you were lucky enough to have a reality TV friend or someone that loves Jeff Lewis, make sure to hit the share button, share my information with them, or you can listen as a podcast anywhere at Sarah from Texas, everywhere you get podcasts. That'll go up about 10 minutes after the show is done. And I will see you every weekday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thursday and Friday, we're kind of iffy because I don't know. I'll be traveling to Phoenix and back. So we'll just see how that goes. So anyways, bye, y'all. Let me get off TikTok. Bye, TikTok. Bye, Instagram. And bye, YouTube and Facebook.